And good evening and welcome to Tippin Gymnasium. John Calipari Court. It is Laurel Clinic Hoops. KSAC Semifinals boys tonight here on the EYT Media Network. Mike Kalinowski along with Dustin Kifer. We've got Tyler Oakes over there on the computer taking care of business tonight for us. As last night almost called you Lexus 20 here.
I would take it as a compliment, Mike. Okay. She did a fantastic job last night, didn't she?
Yeah, she did a
had a couple
really
of
good job.
Nice games last night. Really exciting one to start, but yeah, I'd take it as a compliment.
That first one was really something too, with Taylor hitting that three-pointer there right at the very end to win it. When North Clarion thought they had it, they were up by a couple of points there with just a few seconds to go. So tonight, though, we got a couple good ones coming your way. The first one is Clarion area in Karns City. These two teams locking horns. It has been a good contest both of the times that they played this season, so we'll have to see how it pans out here tonight.
Yeah, January 12th, Clarion 47, Karns City 23. You look at our second game tonight, Red Bank Valley 65, Clarion Limestone 52, the time that they played all the way back on December 12th. That was first week of the season, Mike. I mean, we're talking very, very early, and the only meeting between those two teams. This is as balanced of a KSAC semifinal as, I mean, not that they've been doing a semifinal for a long time. It used to just be a championship game on the boys and the girls side. But this is a very balanced field of four. We don't usually get two games necessarily on semifinal night that we think are going to be really good ones. Red Bank Valley goes unbeaten throughout the KSAC season. We'll see them in the 8 o'clock game tonight. They have, but two very good basketball games here tonight, Mike.
Yeah, there are two very good ones, too. And I will tell you this, though. Karns City and Clarion both would love to have a shot at if Red Bank would be able to be victorious in that next game coming up against Clarion Limestone, which is not a given either because Clarion Limestone's been on a roll. They're 11-1 in their last 12 games. But, boy, I'll tell you what, they all want a shot at each other. Doesn't matter. That's how close these teams were at the top of that division at the end of the season.
But, Mike, you know what's great about this night is this night and tomorrow night as well and last night as well. And it's one thing you and I talked a little bit off air earlier this evening that the group of athletic directors, the principals that are involved in the governing of the Keystone Shortway Athletic Conference have really done a phenomenal job with this Keystone Shortway Athletic Conference basketball championship semifinal and championship event. I mean, they have truly turned it into an event. They make it a big deal, the video boards, collecting a bunch of sponsors. There's just, it is something. It means something to get to Tippin for the KSAC semifinals. And that's a credit. I mean, even the way they treat the media when we're here, it's a credit to the athletic directors and the other folks that help govern the Keystone Shortway Athletic Conference for the work that they do because they make this Thursday, Friday, Saturday a true event.
And it has been fantastic. We started out at Clarion High School years and years ago, and it morphed here to Tippin.
Yeah, isn't that hard to believe? It's probably been like 17 years of them doing a KSAC title game.
It's been a while.
Yep.
And the unique thing here, and I give them credit too, because the Keystone Shortway Conference also understands that these teams, especially from our conference, could have a chance to play on this court again, either in another District 9 playoff game or in a championship game. And why not give them the opportunity to come down, get a feel for the court too? And that, any opportunity that you can get to play on a court that you may play on later is nothing but a positive.
And I love the fact that the District 9, Dave Osborne from Brookfield, the chairman of the District 9 basketball committee, releasing the brackets last night. That was a whole other event that we didn't talk about.
Awesome,
that's a neat thing to see. It feels like Selection Sunday type of feel to it on the video boards here in between the two games last night. But District 9 has gone back to fully 100% committing to Tippin Gym.
Yep.
If you make a championship game in the district, it's going to be at Tippin Gym because it's a big deal to be at Tippin Gym. And I, like you said, that's a whole other piece of the puzzle there is that if you get into the state playoffs, maybe not the first round, which is hosted at school sites now, but into further rounds into the playoffs, you might end up on this court. And it's great to have that opportunity and to have that experience to be on this floor and to be in this arena prior to playing in maybe a game that's in the state playoffs.
All right, so I'll tell you what, we're going to take a quick time out here. We're going to come back out. We got keys to the game coming up and a whole lot more for you here in the Carly Tire pregame show. We'll take about a minute or so time out and back with it. Laurel Clinic Hoops. It's the KSAC semifinals tonight. Boys action It is Karns City, Clarion, all coming up here on the EYT Media Network.
Throughout West Central Pennsylvania, people are losing their glasses. Well, they haven't really lost them. They just don't need them anymore. Thanks to the amazing LASIK surgeons at Laurel Eye Clinic. Call Laurel Eye Clinic and schedule your free consultation.
Zockrell Motor Truck Sales in Clarion is an international Diamond Ed certified service department. As one of only 276 such shops in all of North America, you can be sure that when your medium or heavy-duty truck needs service, the job will be done correctly at Zockrell Motors. Our work is guaranteed nationwide at any international truck dealer, and our parts and service prices can't be beaten. Our technicians are factory trained and factory certified. Don't trust a shop that just thinks that they can make repairs. Come to Zockrell Motors Diamond Edge Certified Service Department. If it's maintenance you need, click ZockrellMotors.com or call us for a quote on those jobs too. Our prices are great. Best of all, you know the repair is done right and it's guaranteed. Get your truck service work done at Zockrell Motor Truck Sales, 2 miles north of exit 64 Interstate 80 in Clarion.
Back here at Tippin Gymnasium, Clarion campus, KSAC semifinals for boys tonight here on EYT. We are in the Carly Tire pregame show. Time to turn our attention to those keys to the game brought to you by Gason's Auto Body tonight. It is the mathematician, Dustin Kifer, to bring us the keys.
Well, for Clarion area, you have to stay out of foul trouble. Part of it is the pace of the game that this Clarion team likes to play. They like to push it a little bit, and defensively, they like to get at you as well. So you got to stay out of foul trouble. I mean, that's key in every game, but especially with the pace that they like to play at. Speaking of that pace, you got to kind of dictate the pace of the game, too, if you're Clarion area, and that comes with Devin Lauer. I mean, he's a big part of being able to do that, get him in the mix early, and get him rolling. And then you got to keep this Karns City team off the boards. No second chance opportunities for this Karns City team on the offensive end. Try to steal an offensive board or two here. Try to at least get close to controlling the boards against this Karns City team. For Karns City, you got to stay in your style. When you have a team that's going against you that's a little bit different style, you got to stay in your style, and with that comes balance as well. You have got to be a balanced basketball team. Karns City has been a balanced scoring team. You know Bob Dunkel's line. If you have 3 players in double figures at the end of a game, you're probably going to win that basketball game. And I think that's an important key for Karns City as well.
All right, so there you go. Keys to the game brought to you again by Gason's Auto Body. We're going to send it over to Dave Cadis here momentarily. We'll have the anthem and more coming your way. We have a young lady over there. I see getting ready to sing the anthem. We'll have it for you. They always give these rules. You can't do this, can't do that, because of Tyler Oakes.
I thought it was because of Bob Dunkel,
well,
but he's in Florida now, so we don't have to worry about that
Especially
anymore.
keeping your shirt on.
Go ahead. Yeah.
So we're getting set here, and let's go over to Mr. Cadis. He just introduced Karns City in the dark jerseys.
Your home team is Clarion area in the white jersey. Paid admission to this event entitles you to enjoy an exhibition of skills.
And here it all comes, Dustin. This is all the, you can't yell, scream.
The dulcet tones.
You got to wear a shirt.
Of Dave Cadis. This is why I come to this.
I mean, he's terse at times with this, too. Last night, Tyler had painted his front NC, and on the back it was KC, but they wouldn't let him take the shirt off. So. See, what did I tell you?
You got to keep it on.
That's right. Gilroy's shaking his head. I know Lexus was disappointed last night, too. All right, getting set here for the anthem coming up. We've all been, and let's listen to the officials.
Kevin Doverspike, Ryan Smith, and Chip Mason. This is where you apply. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the playing of our national anthem by Rihanna Dittman from Clarion area. Gentlemen, we also ask you to kindly remove your hats.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rihanna Dittman.
So those tick marks down here is where we can inbound. That's almost perfect. And right here's 28 opposite, 28.
Hope folks caught that name. That was a beautiful rendition
Yes, it
of the
was.
national anthem
And now
tonight.
for the
Rihanna
starting
Dittman.
lineups.
All right, here we go.
First for
Starting
Karns City.
lineups.
Make sure we got the right free throw line.
At guard, a 5'11 senior, number 1, Hobie Duarto. Also at guard, a 5'11 senior, number 2, Tate Beagley. At forward, a 6'3 senior, number 4, Luke Kramer. At guard, the 6'2 senior, number 12, Jacob Callahan. And at forward, 6'6 junior, number 55, Shane Peters. Head coach of Karns City is Zach Keppel. And now the starting lineups for Clarion. At forward, a 6'1 senior, number 1, Dustin Smale. At guard, a 6' senior, number 2, Devin Lauer. At forward, a 6'1 junior, number 11, Cameron Merrill. At guard, a 6'1 senior, number 12, Bryce Brinkley. And at center, 6'2 senior, number 22, Gabe Simcoe. And coach of Clarion is Tom Lewis.
There we go. So there we go. Mr. Cadis doing his job well as
Enjoy the
always.
game, everyone.
And we're set to go here.
Another one of the cool features here at Tippin tonight, and all the folks, Ben Jort, multimedia master here at Tippin Gymnasium. And kudos to, again, the KSAC for just a wonderful event. The starting 5, the players' pictures and names are up on the video board as well. A lot of work has to be done from athletic directors there, from coaches, and from the folks here at Tippin to make all that type of stuff happen. It makes it special, Mike. And that's the way it should be. If you have a successful season like these teams have, they deserve a special night tonight, and we're looking forward to a great one.
All right, here we go. It is number 2 versus number 3 in the seedings. Clarion, the number 2 team in the Keystone Shortway Conference. Karns City, number 3. Tom Lewis, Zach Keppel, the coaches. And here we go. Simcoe and Peters get set to tip it off here. It's controlled by Brinkley on the tip. Here we go. We're underway, and the first quarter sponsor is Kale's Kitchens here on EYT. Ball up top, Smale with that basketball.
2-3 for Karns City to start things off here. Now they'll match up.
Driving, Brinkley tried to dump it off Dustin. It's going to go out of bounds. It will go to Karns City. They're going to say last touch by either Merrill or Simcoe down there.
Clarion just gives a little token pressure to start there. They're back off defensively for Karns City's first possession of the game.
Bailey up top to Bartow. Bartow around the defense. Bailey driving, steps back. One of the things we saw last night, a lot of players were taking some really deep three-pointers because of those 3 lines on the court. Of course, that far line, here's a shot by Peters. That's just at the top of the key. The big guy is going to get the first points of the ball game.
Yeah, foot on the line.
Yeah, that deep one is the college men's. The second one in is the women, and then high school's at the top of the key. Merrill driving, kicks it out. Lauer, Bartow, Bailey right on him. Here's Simcoe in the paint. Up top it goes to Brinkley. Ball underneath the Merrill. Merrill tries to spin around, and he's going to double dribble. So 2 oughts at the score here, 6:50 to go here in quarter number 1.
It's one of those turnovers that's forced just by some pressure defense of Karns City. Get your hands and get enough traffic in the way. You're going to force something bad to happen for Clarion.
Bailey into Peters. Hands it off. Here's Bartow in the paint. Over to Bailey. Bailey on the baseline. Bailey looks for somewhere to go. Comes up top. Bartow left side. We're going to get a 3 seconds, I believe, called in the paint. They were camping out there for a while. Was waiting for the call.
Yeah, Peters found himself in there just a little bit too long. I like the action, though, there at the top of the key with a couple of different guys running by him. That's a choice to give a handoff to either one of them. Starts a lot of good movement for this Karns City offense.
From the corner, Lauer, 8-ball corner pocket. Doesn't go. Rebound pulled down by Brinkley, but it's taken away by Kramer. And, Bailey is coming up there. Looks like he might have twisted that ankle there. We'll see, or the knee. We're going to get the players to back off here as it quiets down at Tippin Gymnasium. So we're just going to hold here for just a second. We'll see, and for a second. We'll take a timeout.
Ladies and gentlemen, people
They do
will be
have them
going
sitting
around
up.
and selling the 50-50 tickets tonight, too. We'll have a drawing in the third quarter.
So while they deal
We drew last night for,
with Bailey here, hopefully everything's all right there. Right off the bat here, too. And, of course, Bailey, one of the big guns here for Karns City. And he is up, and he's moving there. Sometimes when you twist an ankle like that or tweak that knee, sometimes you just need to walk it off a little bit, maybe just have a minute.
He has left leg there, and they are just going to take him immediately back
Colson Reitzer check in for Karns City.
to the table back there and check him out. And Karns City, it changes things a little bit. You know, you go into a basketball game with a certain game plan in mind, a certain thought in mind, and you lose a leading score.
Yep.
Like Tate, at least for the time being.
Here's Peters again from the right side, no good. Rebound by Callahan. Kicks it back out, shot on the way. It's off the mark, no good. Rebound by Simcoe, lost it. Peters puts it up strong, it doesn't go. Fight for the basketball underneath. That's Peters again with a good job by Callahan for that initial rebound. Knocked away, there's Ritzer.
3 offensive rebounds in this possession for Karns City. That was one of the keys to the game to me. You got to keep this Karns City team off the board. You can't give them second chance opportunities with the bigs inside.
Going to call hold inside as tough to play Peters inside. He's got the size advantage on everybody.
Well, he's a 6'6". I mean, only a junior, too, is Peters. And he's just a tough body in there. He's strong. And Luke Kramer at 6'3", but boy, he's a strong boy as well. Turnover, though, on the travel.
Yeah, travel's going to be called here on Callahan, and the turnover.
Wouldn't you like to see a one-on-one me and Kramer inside just battling? All low block post moves in that game.
Oh, my.
Who you got your money on?
Well, not you. Here's Merrill up top. It goes. Lauer fakes around the defense. Shot, 2-pointer on the way. No good. Rebound by Bartow. Lauer.
And only one chance for Clarion on their end.
Here's Bartow driving right to the hole. It's off the side of the rim. No good. Rebound Simcoe. And Brinkley kicks it ahead. That's Smale on the other end. Gets the bank shot.
Dustin Smale.
That's a nice transition bucket for Clarion area on that one from Smale. I mean, Karns City was back defensively. It was a 2-on-2, and it was a clean 2-on-2. That was an off-balance shot. Nice hit for him.
Ball inside. Big move by Callahan. Doesn't go. Ball tipped. Tipped again. Simcoe brings it down. Till loose. Picked up. Callahan. We're going to get a time. I love the hustle on the court we're seeing so far. And that Lampro possession arrow gives it back to Karns City.
Yeah, Smale ends up tying up with Callahan on that one. We see Bailey check back into the game. Boy, that's a good sign. I think even if you're a Clarion area fan, you have to be happy to see Bailey back into the game for Karns City because that's just one of those guys that you want to see playing in a game like this tonight.
Callahan goes up strong. It doesn't go. Peters is there for the putback, and Peters gets it to go. The big guy inside. 4 so far. All of Karns City's points.
Nearing that halfway point of the first quarter. There are media timeouts in these KSAC playoff games. First stoppage under 4. And we'll see this game come to a halt.
Yeah, last night we actually got under 2 minutes before we had a pause in that first game.
Once again, though, Karns City on their offensive end, it's another offensive rebound and putback for them.
Simcoe with that shot on the bait. Oh, nice job with Peters defending him. He did the fake, and Simcoe gets a couple.
It's a nice matchup inside. Simcoe's a real athletic ball player down in that post area, too. And it's going to be an interesting matchup to watch this evening.
Bailey's shot on the way. Three-pointer, no good. Rebound by Simcoe. Here's Brinkley. Kicks it ahead to Merrill. Merrill to Simcoe at the free throw line. The shot's on the way. Good by Simcoe. 4 for him, and it's 6-4 Clarion.
And if Simcoe's going to knock down that shot tonight, you got to feel good if you're Clarion area. That's a big part of his game. You can get it inside to him. He can also knock down the mid-range jumper.
Driving is Callahan back out to Kramer. Tell you what, we don't want to mess with Kramer inside either.
Clarion looking for a trap in the corner there. Tight man defense this first quarter most of the time for the Bobcats. They're looking to trap the corners though, Mike.
Underneath Callahan, shot no good, but he's going to be fouled here.
But that's what happens if you try to trap the corners. If you can swing that ball up to the wing, you usually have a pass across the paint that's going to be available to you. This Karns City team very well coached by Coach Keppel. And we have a timeout on the floor, Mike.
All right, 3:11 to go here in the first quarter. 6-4 is our score. And we'll take a timeout. You are watching Laurel Line Clinic Hoops. It is the KSAC semifinals here on the EYT Media Network.
Brookville Equipment's always been well known in the community as a great local employer.
Very family-oriented company.
Brookville has a really great benefits plan here.
We're pretty diverse in what we do, from mining to streetcars to locomotives.
We're helping the infrastructure of the country.
Medical insurance, dental, vision, competitive wages, paid time off.
It's an opportunity. It's something that you can enjoy doing.
And you can apply right through our website.
Locally owned and operated, Hager Paving of Strattonville provides a range of services: hot mix asphalt, cold patch asphalt, tar and chipping, and seal coating. Hager Paving's reputation in business is based on customer service, referrals, and your satisfaction. Serving residential, commercial, industrial, and local municipalities throughout Western Pennsylvania, exceptional service, exceptional quality. That's Hager Paving of Strattonville. Call 814-764-5080. That's 814-764-5080 for Hager Paving.
All right, so up at the line, there's Callahan. And the free throw sponsor is Northern Pennsylvania Regional College. Really quiet, didn't it?
They're giving us the full 70
That's
seconds.
Right, you got to.
Yeah, the table and the officiating crew doing a fine job there.
Well, he used all the rim that time, but it doesn't go.
Callahan at the line.
That one does go, so Callahan with the point, and it's now 6-5. Here comes Brinkley. Brinkley hands it off to Lauer. Lauer fires a deep three-pointer. It's off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound Simcoe. Put back by Simcoe, no good. Rebound by Peters, though. Peters kicks it out. We have Derek Smale in the ball game now for Clarion. Ball down underneath. Callahan turns around, kicks it back out to Peters, and up top it goes. Here's Bailey. Three-pointer on the way by Bailey, and Bailey drains it. Doesn't even move the net that time.
The senior guard knocking down a big one there. Karns City doing a great job. They didn't have the numbers. They back it out. They don't force a shot in transition. And if you rotate it quickly enough, you're going to find somebody open at the top.
Here's Smale, kicks that over underneath. There's Simcoe. Out to the corner. Brinkley with the shot on the way. The three-pointer, no good. Rebound by Bailey. Bailey kicks that ball ahead. Here's Bartow. Bartow, foot race. Bartow takes it in strong. He's fouled. Basket good by Bartow.
And
foul on Dawson Smale.
Dawson Smale gets whistled for this one, and
foul shot number 1 for
Kobe Bartow
Smale. That's his first
with a great
number
take.
3.
and so fundamentally sound going up. He goes in for the contact, strong enough to take the contact and then back away and still have his balance. Gets the bucket, gets the foul. Karns City leads by 4, chance to make it 5.
Thurble checking in here for the Bobcats. Bardo shot good. How about that? Completing that three-point play. 11-6 now. Karns City. Karns City going on a 7-0 run. Gervin in the ball game too here for Clarion. Driving, Brinkley, shot, no good. Rebound, Callahan. Gives that ball to Bailey. Here's Bailey getting the break started. Bailey on the right side. Kicks it down to the baseline, over to Callahan. Callahan, good. What great ball movement that time. Callahan with the basket.
And on the defensive end for Karns City, no second chance opportunities for Clarion area.
Here's Cribble now. Clarion trying to get back into it. Callahan takes the ball away, dumps that ahead, and an easy layup on the other end. That's Cole Johnston. 15-6.
Let's take a look at that one again. Cole Johnson gets the bucket, but Jacob Callahan, let's take a look at this one on the floor. We didn't actually get to catch it, but he's on his knees. He goes up and over his shoulder, heaves the ball to Johnson. What a pass to get things going in transition.
And here's the thing with Callahan, too. If he does anything else, if he tries to stand up, move, or anything, that's a travel. So he was smart. He was there on his knees and just threw the ball.
What a fantastic run there from Jacob Callahan. And just a 30-second, it actually is a full timeout, isn't it, Mike? But did you notice when Bailey goes out there, those couple of possessions that Karns City had after he had gone out just didn't seem right. No. The flow wasn't there. The ball wasn't moving all that well. And it just seemed down, to be honest with you. It seemed like the attitude and the personality of the team was down. The tweak of the knee must not have been as serious as initially thought. Bailey's able to get back into the basketball game, and immediately it just seemed like it injected life into that Karns City team, and they're playing with a different personality.
Well, and here comes Karns City. They're going to pressure a little bit here on the inbound. I will tell you this, Clarion, when they were up, was when they were really hitting the boards well. You saw Simcoe with a bunch of rebounds, and that's kind of changed a little bit. We'll see if they can get it back. Oh, good pass inside. That's Smale, lost that basketball. He gets it back. Smale kicks it back out. Shot on the way by Cribble. That's no good. Rebound pulled down by Bailey.
Seems like Karns City is everywhere. They're sagging in enough to get touches on balls that go into the paint, and then they're flashing out quickly with high hands and closing out on guys, forcing tough shots, and no second chances for Clarion.
Peters on the baseline. Shot good.
Drive and dish. Find the open guy.
Peters.
Driving. Shot is off the mark by Lauer. Here comes Karns City. Ball kicked ahead. Johnston on the baseline. Put it into the paint. Bartow's going to pick it up. Bartow back into the paint, spinning around. Tried to go into Peters, but tosses it out of bounds. Miller checking in now for Clarion.
Substitution for Clarion, number 3, Tanner Miller.
Peters with a couple of buckets in the game. He has 4, the 11-point lead for Karns City. And we talked about pace prior to this game and the pace that Clarion likes to play at, and Karns City's been the one that has really pushed in transition in this game. It's and you know, people here push it and get in transition. Hasn't necessarily been transition buckets that they've gotten, but they've gotten in transition. They see they don't have the numbers, back it out, settle it down, and cycle through your offense.
Ball going to be tipped out of bounds here by Karns City. Stays Clarion ball. And like I said, going back to it, you know, early on when Clarion was in the league, that's when they were really seemed to be moving up and down the court.
Devin Lauer still scoreless for Clarion area.
In the paint, Derek Smale takes it strong on Peters and gets the basket.
That's a heck of a matchup inside there, too. There's going to be a lot of good paint play if you're that type of fan, if you like that type of basketball. Getting under 10.
Here we go, 9 seconds, 8. Here's Bailey on the right side, clearing things out 6. He's going to take the deep three-pointer. It's on the way. Shot's no good. Rebound by Miller. And they're not going to get a shot off here. 17-8 is where we stand as Karns City leads Clarion after 1. We'll take a timeout. It's Laurel Clinic Hoops. It is the KSAC semifinals right here on the EYT Media Network.
Hey, Julie, nice deck. Did you get that at Tio Nesta Builder Supply? It's Tionesta Builder Supply, and yes, Dave, I did.
Wonder if they sell siding and roofing at Tionesta Builder Supply.
It's Tionesta, and yes, Tionesta Builder Supply has that too. Come on, Dave. You've never been there? They have 2 showrooms for anything home improvement. Mom got a custom kitchen there. Bill down the street got the materials for his garage. They have this awesome website, www.tionestabuilders.us. You can buy online. They really have everything for the home.
Wow, I'm heading over to Tionesta. I know. Tionesta Builders.
Tionesta Builder Supply Home Improvement Center, family owned and operated since 1958, with locations in Tionesta and Shippensville.
That sounds good. I'll check them out online at tionestabuilders.us.
All right, we're going right to live action. Clarion with the basketball here as we start the quarter. They trail here by a score of 70-8. Driving, dumped off to Simcoe. Nice pass from Dawson Smale to Simcoe. Simcoe, 6 in the ball game. Second quarter sponsor is Bauer Wagner Properties here on EYT.
Simcoe leads all scorers in this one early on in the second.
And Johnston from the corner. High, arcing three-pointer, nails that one.
Johnson for 3.
The 6'1" freshman guard for this Karns City team. Getting a big bucket. Student section for Karns City letting everybody know what I just shared, that he is, in fact, a freshman.
Simcoe shot, got it to go off the back of the rim. 2-pointer for Simcoe.
Give him 8 now, and that's a second of those. Talked about that mid-range jumper. Needs to be hitting that shot tonight.
Bailey dumps it off here to Kramer. Kramer driving. Kramer spinning around, hands at Peters. Shot on the baseline. Peters, that's automatic down there. 8 for him.
That's at least 2 of his 3 buckets, if not all 3, that have been from that same spot about 6 feet away on the baseline. That time, though, created in large part by Kramer drawing 2 defenders.
Here's Brinkley. Brinkley's going to travel.
You know what I always say? Anytime I see a travel, I always, if I were playing, I would just say it's a Euro step.
Yeah.
I don't actually know what Euro step is. I don't know what it is. I just try to use that as my defense.
Or I'd say, if I was in the NBA, that would have been great.
Yeah, exactly.
10-point lead here for Karns City. Ball dumped into Peters. Peters goes up strong again. That shot's off the mark. Kramer battling for it, but Simcoe's going to win it. Here's Brinkley. Down the left side, baseline. Brinkley's fouled and get Clarion up to the line here. And this will be Clarion's first free throw attempts of the night. So Brinkley to get 2. Good.
His first.
Sponsor is Northern Pennsylvania Regional College.
Bartos first for Karns City, and the first shot goes for Brinkley. First team foul of the second quarter on Karns City. Lead back down to 9, make it 8. As Derek Smale, junior forward, checks into the game for Clarion area.
Bailey will work it down the court here for the Gremlins. Bartow to the baseline. Out to Peters. Peters finds Bailey. Bailey into Peters. It's tipped away. Goes out of bounds. It'll stay Karns City ball. Kind of interesting scenarios tonight. You have, of course, Johnston, the player for Karns City. His dad was Jordan Johnston, played at CL. Joe Patrick Craig over here that played at Karns City, but now he's the coach at CL. It's all kinds of great stuff.
And it makes us feel old. That's the biggest problem that I see with it.
And Bailey takes that step back. Oh, my goodness, that was from downtown Clarion that time. Right from the courthouse, 25-14.
I don't know if you noticed, but Tay Bailey was reminding the Clarion bench there that was, in fact, a 3-point shot as he walked by, just saying, hey, I like that shot.
And Derek Smale's going to take that 3-pointer. Doesn't go. Here's Bailey.
But what a different energy this Karns City offense is having just with him. I mean, cycling the ball around.
Oh, Peters on the baseline.
Shane Peters.
He is automatic on that left side.
He now has 4 buckets, 8 points for Peters as we near the 5-minute mark of quarter 2.
Shot taken. How about Dawson Smale getting that one to go?
Smale.
So Clarion getting right back into it here. They're down by 11.
Kind of an obvious.
Oh, look at Bailey. That's off the front of the rim. And Peters almost with the rebound, but Gervin's going to take it away.
Kind of an obvious statement here, but the shooting percentage so critical for Clarion because Karns City has really not allowed many offensive opportunities for them.
And Dawson Smale again takes control. Nice shot. Uses all that rim. 6 points for him. 9-point lead now.
Back down in single digits.
3-possession game. Kramer comes out to Bartow. Kramer driving, dumps it underneath, right to Peters. Shot good. That was tipped into Peters' hand. There's his 10 points.
Wasn't a whole lot of movement that time offensively for Karns City, but they were able to get enough of an opening, feed it into Peters, and he's making things happen inside.
Go into Derek Smale. Derek Smale's shot. It's off the mark.
And another board for the 6'7" junior.
Bailey quickly. Kramer's going to take a deep three-pointer. How about Kramer nailing that one? His first points.
Luke Kramer for 3.
Where's that? He had a basket before.
Yeah, he has
5.
Has 5 points in the game. If you're Karns City, you can't draw it up any better than this start.
Full timeout.
So it's a full timeout. We'll break here. We'll be back with more for you. It's a 32-18 lead for Karns City, and you're watching Laurel Eye Clinic Hoops on the EYT Media Network.
Welcome to 12 Series, a veteran-owned and operated company. Want to stand out amongst the crowd? This is the brand for you. They have apparel that ranges from cardio tanks and hoodies to sweat noggin covers. The apparel isn't just designed for the gym, it's designed for everyday life. Whether at work, the range, or at a family outing, 12 Series will turn heads. Find and like 12 Series on Facebook and Instagram.
Right back here at Tippin Gymnasium, John Calipari Court. Karns City here 32-18, up by 14 on Clarion.
Clarion taking their second timeout of the half here. We'll have another timeout coming up in the next stoppage and play here for Clarion area. That's one of those strategic things that takes some getting used to, too. Like, you know, you need a timeout. You want to change something strategically, or maybe just put an end to the bleeding, potentially, if you're Clarion area. But, you know, you have to make that decision. Do I want to take it now? Do I wait for a dead ball? That dead ball might not happen for another minute and a half.
Simcoe driving, puts it up strong, gets the basket.
How
about Simcoe with 10 points now in the ball game?
And he has made those points happen in a lot of different ways. Knock down jumpers from the free throw line, take it strong to the hoop. That was a nifty move, going from one side of the paint to the other.
Bartow three-pointer, that's no good. It's going to be smacked out of bounds by Miller. So it'll stay KC ball.
Media timeout.
And we'll have our media timeout here. We'll pause. We'll be back with more for you. 3:21 to go here in the second. And a 12-point lead for Karns City. Our opening game tonight, it's Laurel Eye Clinic Hoops. KSAC semifinals on EYT.
I chose MPRC because it was great to have a local, affordable option here in northwestern Pennsylvania. I live in this community, and I wanted to stay in this community.
Learn more at discovernprc.org.
With so much to protect each day, Eric Schick Insurance and Financial Services is here to help you find the right coverage that fits your life. Call 814-275-2210 to learn more.
All right, so we have the media timeout, and a 12-point lead here for Karns City. They have the ball.
Boy, Mike, the most notable thing from the score sheet right now, I mean, Simcoe with 10 is tied right now with Shane Peters with 10 for Karns City. Devin Lauer still scoreless.
Yep. Callahan in the paint, puts up the shot, high off the glass, no good. Peters, put back, good.
Shane
12
Peters.
for Peters in the ball game.
KSAC fans, you get to battle him for rebounds for another year, too.
Ball loose. And taken right away. That's Bailey. Bailey all the way down is going to be fouled here. And Bailey this time pops back up. Dawson Smale is going to get caught with that foul. And Bailey up to the line to shoot two.
Bailey has shown his ability to shoot the basketball. He's shown his ability to slash to the hoop. That time he showed his speed. When he caught that basketball, there were two white shirts closer to the hoop than he was. And he beat him down the floor.
First shot is good by Bailey.
Substitution for Clarion, number 24.
Checking in here is Frederick checking in for the Bobcats.
Frederick just a sophomore for this Bobcats team. Bailey now with 7, has a couple of threes and 2 free throws to go with it, make it 8. 16-point biggest lead of the game for Karns City.
Lauer with that ball. We'll see if he can get rolling here. Miller into the paint, puts up that shot. Nice drive by Miller.
Tanner Miller
gets his first points. Lead back to 14.
Gotta love the depth if you're Clarion area. They can go, 7, 8, 9, well, much more than 7. I don't know why I started with that number, but they can go 8 or 9 deep on this bench, can Clarion.
Well, you're a math guy. You like numbers. You like to just reel them off.
I just like saying all of them.
Ball tipped out of bounds that time by Lauer. It'll stay Karns City ball.
And, we talk about Lauer being kept off the score sheet so far. I mean, he continues to play well. I mean, he has played a good basketball game so far. He's been very strong in the defensive end. And we're going to get a foul whistled here on Tanner Miller.
Yep.
It is the 3rd team foul.
Also number 3, Clarion, Tanner Miller. His first team foul.
Just his first. I stand corrected. They already had it up on the board.
Kramer's
just foul number 2 on Clarion.
It is. Kramer checks in here for, I believe, Bartow.
Peters Callahan still on the floor for Karns City, as is Bailey.
Bailey driving on the baseline is going to kick that up top to Ritzer. Lost it. And foul's going to be called here on, I think they're going to get Ritzer. Yep, double zero. So 2 fouls on each side.
Frustration foul there as and Bailey was standing in the corner there. He was spotting up ready to knock down another 3. And he actually saw him clap his hands afterwards, a little bit frustrated, but Ritzer a little frustrated as well with that turnover.
Miller to Frederick. Back up top it goes here to Lauer. Lauer driving. Lauer to Simcoe.
Karns City in man here that very heavy on the help in the man.
And a travel is going to be called here on Brinkley. It's when he must have taken off there, the official right on top of it.
And Brinkley not a huge fan of the call.
So here we go, minute 45, 36-22. Karns City leads. Kramer. Shot. Goes. Kramer.
Luke Kramer.
Now with 7 in the ball game.
See that on the way down the floor. Bailey's calling for Kramer as soon as he crossed the timeline, Mike. He saw the mismatch that he had in there. The double didn't get over quickly enough. Bailey was able to feed it in.
Shots off the mark. Put back by Simcoe, though, is good. Simcoe having a great ball game.
12 points, 8 of them coming in this second quarter.
Quickly down the court, that ball is loose. And we're going to get a held ball. And that held ball, the Land Pro possession arrow, points to Karns City.
Held ball possession, Karns City. Substitution for Clarion, number 14, Derek Smale.
And Smale checking in here. Minute 8 to go here in the second. At halftime, Dustin Kifer will be joining the college dance team for a number on the court.
I'm going to do 19 backflips like the Karns City cheerleader did during one of the breaks in the first quarter. That was impressive.
That really was. Here's Callahan up top to Kramer.
Those were backflips, right?
1 minute.
Oh, they were backflips.
1 minute.
Kramer fakes. Kramer shot from up top. It's off the mark.
Coach Keppel.
Yeah.
Coach Keppel, the first person I looked at after that shot was Coach Keppel, and I was wondering, I wonder what his reaction's going to be. And didn't yell anything, he just shook his head. I don't think that's necessarily the shot that Karns City wanted in that situation. Not that it's a shot that Kramer can't knock down. I mean, he can knock down that 3.
Well, with his size, he could shoot from half court and just probably stand flat-footed.
Put a crack in the glass, probably.
Yeah, he just might. Here's a up-top ball taken away. Richard kicks it ahead to Kramer. Here's Kramer with the layup. No good. Ball comes out. Simcoe tip into the hands of Lauer. Ball quickly down the court. Brinkley is going to be fouled here. The push is going to be called on Peters. And Brinkley will go to the line here to shoot 2.
Peters pleads with the official down there and says, I'm arm straight up there, but the call is a blocking foul. That's the indication it's given. If it's an on-the-arm foul, That is a bad call. There was nothing on the arm about that one, but the blocking foul just said he was a little bit too late getting to that position. Brinkley was able to knock down the first. Brinkley 3 points all from the free throw line in the second quarter for the Bobcats. And the second shot good as well. So 4 points, 4 of 4 from the line.
That's 100%.
Good job. Do you use a calculator for that?
I did. It's Kramer. Baseline into Peters. Peters up top to Ritzer. 20 seconds underneath. Callahan comes back out. Peters up top. Ritzer. Three-pointer on the way by Ritzer. It's off the mark. Simcoe tipped that ball over. Now Miller and Lauer. Lauer on the other end. Lauer, two-hand jam by Lauer. His first points come on the jam.
Well, that's an emphatic way as the heave at the horn does not go. Emphatic way to get your first points of the game, and it gets it back to a 10-point ball game and a little bit of energy.
That's huge, too. The 6-footer nailing that two-hand jam. The only one I ever see do that around 6 foot was Tyler. All right, we're going to take a timeout. We're going to come back to Fun Bank halftime show on the way. We're going to total things up. 38-28, Karns City leads Clarion as we go to halftime. And it is Laurel Clinic Hoops, the KSAC semifinals on the EYT Media Network.
Our focus has always been on you at Clarion County Community Bank. So let's talk about your needs of today and your plans for tomorrow. Let's talk if you're looking to update your home, expand your business, finance equipment, or establish a line of credit. Let's talk about making your dreams a reality at any one of our 4 locations in Clarion, New Bethlehem, Reimersburg, and Franklin. Clarion County Community Bank. There is a difference.
Are you ready to boost your team spirit? Look no further than shopteamwear.com, your one-stop destination for all your school and team apparel needs. We've got you covered whether you're a die-hard fan searching for the latest gear or aiming to fundraise for your team. And here's the best part, you're in control. Choose the products and prices that work for you. Discover the ultimate apparel shopping and fundraising experience at shopteamwear.com. It's time to gear up, fundraise with ease, and make a statement together. Boost your team spirit, empower your community. Shopteamwear.com, where passion meets fashion.
Oaks Building Supply is dedicated to providing quality building products to the community. You will always find what you need for your home improvement project and get great advice on how to do the job at Oaks Building Supply. Customer satisfaction is a top priority. Oaks Building Supply for all your building and lumber supply needs. Located on Route 66 in Lucinda.
We are bringing college to rural Pennsylvania. We're helping people that didn't have a college option before. And the way we do that is through dedicated faculty and student services team and through technology, so that people that didn't have that option before now have that option.
All right, back here at Tippin Gymnasium, we are in the First United National Bank, the Fun Bank halftime show.
I'm glad you made it back here. I didn't want to have to bring it back. Mike was out doing the dance cam, center court.
You know what? You got to do what you got to do for the crowd. That's what I always say.
Yep. Make it an event. We've talked about how this is an event. This is a big deal, and you add to that.
You have to.
You add to that.
You know, that's why we're here, to make everybody happy.
Yep.
Although there were a lot of boos.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah.
It was bad.
All right, so looking here, we have our Red Bank Chevrolet stats. How do they stack up, Mr. Kifer?
Take a look at Karns City first of all here. 12 points out of Shane Peters. According to our man Mike Kilroy, had 7 rebounds late in that first half. I don't know if that's an updated number here at the half, but 7 boards, 12 points out of Shane Peters, the 6'6" junior forward for Karns City. 8 points from Tate Bailey, 7 points from Luke Kramer, a couple of threes for Bailey and a 3 for Kramer as well. 5 points, I don't know how to add, out of Cole Johnson. 3 points from Hobie Bartow, 3 points out of Jacob Callahan as well. 4 of 5 from the free throw line is Karns City at the half. And for Clarion area, leading the way for them is Gabe Simcoe, tied for game high with 12 points with 6 buckets. 6 points out of Dawson Smale, 4 points from Bryce Brinkley, 2 points apiece, Devin Lauer, Tanner Miller, and Derek Smale. 4 for 4 from the charity stripe for Clarion area in the first half. And we talked about it. Karns City went up 36-20 with, a couple of minutes to play in that second quarter. Clarion was able to claw back a big missed opportunity, maybe a poor shot selection from Karns City with about a minute and a half to play. And then a breakaway opportunity for Kramer where he had an uncontested layup. And the angle that he took was just a little bit weird. He looked uncomfortable going in. And they get a missed bucket there, push it ahead, and Lauer gets a two-hand jam. And it gets it back to a 10-point basketball game. And it brings some energy as well. So that's going to be interesting to see the start of this. Coaches always talk about that middle basketball game, the middle 4, the middle 6, or the middle 8, depends on the coach. The last few minutes of the first half, the first few minutes of the second half. And that's going to be a big part of this game for Clarion area. They clawed back in the later part of the second quarter. If they can continue it here in the start of the second half, we've got a basketball game. If Karns City extends a lead, then we might not have much of a late second half in this one.
Yeah, and Clarion will get the ball to start the second half. They do have the possession arrow pointing in their favor. We'll take another time out here. We're going to pause a minute or two. We'll come back and wrap things up here in the Fun Bank halftime show. 38-28 is the score. Karns City up on Clarion. You're watching Laurel Clinic Hoops. KSAC semifinals right here on EYT.
Clarion Forest VNA believes the emotional and physical well-being of a patient is enhanced by the patient receiving care in the familiar surroundings of home. Their staff of caring professionals work closely with physicians to administer quality care to meet the needs of each individual. As a pioneer in home health care in Clarion and Forest County, Clarion Forest VNA continue to grow to meet the community's need for in-home care, offering many different services and programs to meet the patient's need. Clarion Forest VNA, located at 271 Perkins Road in Clarion. Call us toll-free at 1-800-262-2118.
Are you a therapist who wants to make a difference? Do you want to help children and families who are struggling with serious behavioral problems? MHY Family Services is looking for therapists to join our new multisystemic therapy psychiatric team. Multisystemic therapy psychiatric is an evidence-based in-home intensive treatment approach that addresses the multiple factors that contribute to a child's behavioral problems. With this treatment, you can help children and families change their lives for the better. We are looking for passionate therapists to join our team. Apply now and become a part of the supportive and dynamic culture at MHY Family Services.
All right, welcome back here. Fun Bank halftime show getting set to wrap things up. 10-point lead here for Karns City as we Head to quarter number 3. Any changes, Dustin, early on from your early on Gatesman's Auto Body keys?
I think it's going to be interesting to see what Clarion decides to do defensively to start this half. Do you change something up to create a little bit more pressure, to maybe create a little bit more anxiety for Karns City on the offensive end of things, whether that happens to be a press, whether that happens to be some sort of trap, half-court trap, whatever it is. We had seen a couple of different times strategically in that first half, Clarion was trying to trap the corners, and it bit them a couple of times there. Didn't really create many turnovers, so curious to see if that happens to play in here for Clarion area at the half, if that's an adjustment that they make. For Karns City, shot selection is the key, right? I mean, their possessions where they waited, and were patient usually ended up with, I don't know, Shane Peters knocking down a 6-footer most of the time. I mean, that's what it was. And so if you're Karns City, I think you have to be very patient on the offensive end. That's my message to these two teams.
Well, that wraps up the Fun Bank halftime show. We go to quarter number 3, and it is a Penn State Du Bois third quarter. Foul going to be called here. You can say before the shot. So Clarion will take it out of bounds.
Fouls on Hobie Bartow.
One for Karns City. Hobie Bartow, his second.
Bauer to take it out of bounds. Comes in to Merrill, and up top to Smale.
Fouls reset with the quarter change, and it's foul number 1 on Karns City. Bartow's second.
Brinkley to the baseline. Brinkley driving. Nice reverse layup for Brinkley.
His first bucket, but he has 6 points. Was 4 of 4 from the line in the first half. I'm curious to see if that's going to be a big part of the second half for Clarion, as well as penetration. I think that has to be key.
It's an 8-point ball game. Third quarter's been tough for Clarion this year. We'll see if they can put some things together here. Kramer turns around, shot from the elbow. No good. Fight underneath. Ripped away. And Bartow's going to come down with it. Here's Bailey. Takes a step in. Three-pointer on the way. Rolls around the rim and in.
Bailey doing what we talked about that a lot of players don't do, is they get behind a line and knock down a 3. He takes the extra step in, gets a little bit easier three-point shot, and knocks it down.
Well, tipped out of bounds here by Karns City.
Third three-pointer of the game for Tate Bailey. It is the 5th three-pointer for Karns City in this one.
Ball comes right into Merrill. And taken away by Callahan. Callahan racing down the left side, driving in, and the block foul is going to be called on Brinkley. Callahan.
And it went in.
Oh, there you go.
Checking.
Going to go for that old-time three-point play here.
Basket is good. Jacob Callahan.
Brinkley was almost there. I'll tell you what, it was close.
Number 12, Bryce Brinkley. Jacob Callahan from Karns City on 1 shot.
Shots up and good by Callahan.
Brinkley's first foul. That's a bang-bang call. That's one of those ones that I never envy. I don't want to wear the stripes. I have no interest in it. I credit those guys for the work that they do. Those are tough calls.
Ball into Merrill. Simcoe out to the corner. Shot by Brinkley on the way. Brinkley nails that one. How about a 3 for Brinkley?
Brinkley for 3.
Give them 9 now in the game. And there's a lot of mathematics out there and numbers and analytics that say if you can go inside out on a 3-point shot, the percentages are so much higher, and that's exactly what Clarion was able to do.
Callahan on the baseline. Comes back up top to Bartow. 3-pointer by Bartow. Bartow nails that one. That's his first tray of the ball game.
Bartow with 6, 14-point lead. Karns City did have a 16-point lead. That was their biggest lead with a couple minutes to play in the second quarter.
Flower hands it off here to Smale. Smale into the lane, goes up strong. Shots off the mark, got his own rebound. Put it up in the trees, it doesn't go. And there's Bailey with the basketball.
Great job by Karns City defensively inside. They all just stood straight up, and when you're 6'6", straight up is a lot of space.
We're going to get a foul on the rebound. I think they're going to get Peters this time. He was coming in there and did some pushing and shoving.
I have that as his second.
Yep.
The 5:33 mark of the third quarter.
That's his second. Team foul number 2.
Smale, that's Derek Smale's going to check in here. A couple points in the ball game for him.
Still not a concern if you're a Gremlin fan, with Peters having the 2 fouls at this point in the third quarter. Pick up a third one quickly here and start to think about him having a seat.
Ball in the corner, Brinkley back out to Lauer. Lauer fakes, takes that shot just inside the arch, and Lauer nails that one.
Devin Lauer.
4 in the game for him now. I think that's why you saw Derek Smale come back in maybe to challenge Peters.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that substitution there.
Callahan has the ball almost taken away. Callahan in the paint, dumps it off. Peters shot from the baseline, and no good. And who's going to get it there? It is Smale, and then tipped out of that was Brinkley, excuse me. Tipped out of bounds, stays Clarion ball.
I remember the last time these two teams got together, January 12th, Clarion 47, Karns City 43. Even at a 12-point game nearing the midpoint of the third quarter, I'm not so sure that we don't see this one get a little interesting.
Tighter, yeah.
You just feel like Clarion has a run coming.
Little push there. They're going to get Kramer on this one this time.
But I will say, if you're Karns City, we talked about it at halftime. That depends on what coach you talk to, whether it's the middle 4, middle 6, middle 8. That middle game that they talk about right before the half and at the beginning of the second half. Karns City's been fine in that middle quarter, if we're honest. I mean, it's back down to a 12-point game, but you have to be content. If you're the Gremlins there, they kind of withstood a potential run from Clarion at the start of this third.
Smale's 3-pointers off the mark. Here comes Karns City. Quickly down the court, there's Callahan. Foot race and an easy layup on the other end. That time for Callahan.
What a pass right on the money to him. Got him in stride, and there was no doubt about it.
Brinkley driving on the baseline. Kicks it out. Lauer, 3-pointer on the way by Lauer. Lauer draining that one. Lauer's starting to get hot now.
Yeah, Lauer, you can just see starting to feel it a little bit more here for Clarion. He gets a tip, and not quite a steal, and we will have a quick. Yeah, that's a good call there from Ryan Smith coming in, and he didn't necessarily have the best angle, but he saw it, and he saw it right. That's a great call from Ryan.
And that's a tough one, too. The lead officials were turning.
Yep. Yeah, they saw transition and had to get moving down the floor, and that's why you have a 3-man crew and y'all work with each other.
Bailey.
Even if you don't mean to kick it.
Peters has it taken away. It's going to be tipped out of bounds, though, by Clarion. Stays Karns City ball, and we're going to have a media timeout. 3:52 to go here in the third, 49-38, as Karns City leads Clarion, and you are watching Laurel Eye Clinic Hoops right here on exploreClarion and D9Sports.com.
Dubrook, a division of M&B Group, is your trusted local ready-mix supplier for residential and commercial projects. Dubrook provides a full line of decorative concrete, as well as concrete supplies, along with a variety of concrete tools and accessories. Dubrook can provide services large or small for residential and commercial projects to contractors or homeowners. Dubrook is here to provide you with options and ideas to make planning your next project simple. Let Dubrook help you with the supplies you need to get the job done. Dubrook is proud to support our local communities with plants in Clarion, Du Bois, St. Mary's, Butler, Evans City, Bradford, and Meadville. Call 1-844-382-7665.
Hi, my name is Jason, and welcome to Sweet Basil. Come on in.
Right back here at Tippin Gymnasium. Clarion, John Calipari Court, all kinds of different names here. 49-38, Karns City leads. Boys KSAC semifinal. Winner plays on Saturday.
I just always take the time to find the Mike Kalinowski plaque, personally.
Ball comes in. Bartow kicks it out. Shot. Callahan on the baseline. No good. Peters fighting for the rebound, and the foul's going to be called. Peters is going to be fouled this time. You know, it's tough. You hear some fan yell over the back. Peters is tall. He's going to be able to grab that ball over top of people, and he didn't make any contact.
Yep, there's got to be a shove. Body has to lean into a guy. Something like that is what that foul is.
Johnston tried to dump it down in. Taken away. Here comes Clarion. Ball ahead. Smale. And the pass is going to be knocked out of bounds by Johnston.
Good hustle back by the freshman. He doesn't get a steal, but he at least settles things down. Gets a touch of it on a pass, looking for a bucket for Clarion.
Ball comes in to Dawson Smale.
Chance for Clarion to get it back into single digits. I think that's big here.
Derek Smale shot from the free throw line, no good. Good box out by Johnston. You don't see that often today. I like that. Ball to the corner, driving. Callahan puts up that shot, no good. Peters is there. Peters put back is good. Peters, 14 in the ball game.
We've seen some Peters buckets that were just because he was tall. That time was just his positioning. That was great positioning, good box out, and a putback.
Ball into the paint, Smale. Kicks it out. Brinkley, three-pointer on the way. Brinkley nails the three-pointer. That's his second.
Bryce Brinkley for 3.
Now it's back to 10.
How about Brinkley's second half? 8 points in this quarter alone. He has 12 for the game.
Bailey in the corner. Lost that out of bounds.
Time tied for the team high with Simcoe. Simcoe scoreless in the second half so far.
Number 33, Dante Gervin.
Gervin checks in here for Clarion. Ball right in. Johnston, shot, good. Nice. Inbound, and Johnston took it strong.
Cole Johnston.
Now Brinkley on the other end. Brinkley, bounce pass in to Smale. Gervin, shot from the left elbow. Good by Gervin.
Dante Gervin.
Couple of bench players for Karns City and Clarion here. Johnson and Gervin. Back-to-back buckets.
Bailey around the defense here. Over to Bartow. Top to Johnston and back to Bailey. He'll take the deep three-pointer. No good. Rebound pulled down by Gervin. Peters wisely eased off there. The ball's going to be tipped. Johnston's going to get the steal. Here comes Karns City. Bailey, Callahan. Ball blocked, and there's Peters, though, to put it in.
Shane Peters.
16 for Peters.
Peters Shawnee on the spot that time, but credit that bucket all the way back to Cole Johnson. So he made a big defensive play to get that started.
Ball out to the corner. Up top it goes. Spin pass in. Derek Smale clearing some space. Puts up that shot. No good. Peters, like, you saw Derek Smale kind of clearing that space, and that's going to be his third.
Foul on number 55. Shane Peters, his third.
Derek Smale to the line. Talked about Cole Johnson.
Derek Smale at the line.
Just a freshman.
2 shots.
For Karns City, has a bucket in each quarter. As Smale gets his first point of the game. He has a bucket in each quarter, and if you're Karns City, just energy that he brings as well. He's quick. He's got some quick hands, great instincts. Gotta love having a guy coming off the bench like that to give you a little boost. And scores, too.
Yeah.
He has 7 in the game.
So 10-point lead again for Karns City. Minute 26 to go here in the quarter. Third quarter again is a Penn State Du Bois third. Callahan. Up top to Bailey here. Bailey over to Johnston. Bailey again with it down to the corner. Looks like they may be working the ball here, taking their time. Bailey spins around.
We talked about patience as one of those things for Karns City.
Left in the quarter. 1
Potential
minute.
Bailey
message.
rejected that time by Brinkley.
Get that dog out of my house, Mike.
Love it.
Look at that thing. Karns City retains possession, though. And they'll get a bucket.
Yep. Callahan takes that strong on the inbound. Big rejection that time by Brinkley. And I love the comment. Oh, where'd you get that?
Well, there's a basketball superstar, really, that I stole that one from.
All right. Well, shots missed by Laurel. Here comes Karns City again. Johnson fakes around the defense, driving in. And the charge is going to be called here on Johnston.
What did I say? What did I say earlier, Mike?
That's a tough one.
Those calls are tough. I never envy an official for that one. I don't think it was a wrong call. I'm sure a lot of people in purple think it was. A lot of people in white think it was a great call. Probably the same thing the last time it went the other way. Those are tough calls to make.
Of course, that's an offensive foul, so no shots here. That's 5 against Karns City with 29 seconds. The new rules, of course, 5 fouls in a quarter. Get you 2 shots after that. 12-point lead here for Karns City. Burford in the ball game. Here's Miller up top to Gervin. Gervin takes that long shot. No good. Ball tipped around. And who's going to get it? It is Burford. Underneath it goes to Simcoe. Simcoe's shot. It is good by Simcoe. Those are Simcoe's first points here in the second half. 10-point lead, 5 seconds. 4, 3, Bailey, 2. Bailey's shot, it's up, no good. Shot at the buzzer, no good. And we'll go to quarter number 4. 10-point lead for Karns City. And you're watching Laurel Clinic, KSAC Championship Basketball right here on the EYT Media Network. All right, back at Tippin, we get the 50-50 announcement from Mr. Cadis. You didn't have it.
I didn't win. I didn't play. Made it really hard for me to win.
Got to play to win. 57-47. Karns City with the lead. Richard will take it out of bounds right in front of a broadcast booth here.
10-point lead at the half. Still a 10-point lead going into the fourth quarter. Message to both teams is, all right. Okay, yeah, we didn't give up any bigger lead if you're Clarion. For Karns City, we didn't let them chip into it at all. So it's like we didn't even play the third quarter, Mike.
Johnston.
Worth noting, though, Peters does have 3 fouls. He picked up a couple.
Stolen by Lauer, and Lauer with the layup. No good. That was a big one. Here's Bailey. They're going to call that foul. Lauer reaching in.
Got a little bit too much arm and body coming around there. I like the idea from Lauer, but you can just, boy, I feel for him. You can just see the frustration on his face there after that one, that he wishes he had that one back.
Ball comes in, stolen away by Smale, kicks it ahead to Lauer. Lauer puts up that shot. This time it's good. And now it's an 8-point ball game.
We kept talking in the first half. Lauer hasn't scored. And then the two-hand jam to end the half was his first bucket. He has 7 in this half. Total of 9 for Devin Lauer.
Here's Johnston.
See defensively what they're doing there with Tate Bailey. Do we have a timeout on the floor? I believe we do. Yep, that's going to be a timeout. But Lauer's coming out, and it's just wherever Bailey goes, Lauer's going to go with him.
This is just a 30-second timeout. It is. We'll hold here. Again, Gatesman Heating, Plumbing, and Air Conditioning is our timeout sponsor. 782-3280. That's 782-3280. Gatesman Heating, Plumbing, and Air Conditioning.
If you're Karns City, I still don't think. I mean, 7 minutes, the message has to be you just need to be patient on the offensive end. There's no point in us rushing any type of shots. I mean, you're way too early in this basketball game to be talking about running clock off at this point. Like, you have to be patient and look for the right type of bucket. Keep your eye on Bailey. Keep your eye on Lauer here, because it seems like Clarion's message is we are going to face guard you wherever you go.
Yep, they have been much more aggressive here defensively. Bailey spinning around. Bailey underneath Callahan. Callahan lost the ball, and it's out there to Brinkley. Big turnover. Here comes Brinkley racing down the court. Brinkley driving in, and we got folks banging into everybody, and the charge is going to be called here on Brinkley. That'll be his second charge at least.
That's a good call. Hobie Bartow is the one that takes the brunt of that force, and he looks like he felt it a little bit. But he had planted himself well in advance of that one, and good call by the officiating crew.
All going to be tipped out of bounds.
I think we're going to see a lot of that from Clarion here in the latter part of this. Like I said, wherever Bailey goes, they're going to be on him, face guarding him, trapping in the corners. Don't be surprised if we see them go to a more trap-based
and that's going to be an
defense.
over and back.
Our producer, Tyler, doing a good job. The most important thing is you protect the equipment.
That's right.
That is not necessarily the gentleman that we would choose to come running at our table.
No, not Kramer. Saw Tyler's eyes getting big there.
If I stand up and put a shoulder into Kramer, do I stand a chance?
I don't think you'd feel it.
I'd be 4 rows up in the bleachers.
Yeah. Ball out of bounds here. 6:29 to go here in the ball game. 57-49 in favor of Karns City. Ball right into Simcoe. Simcoe's going to have it smacked away by Kramer. Well, Kramer, I mean, he plays well at basketball. He could be a wrestler, too. Look at those shoulders.
Yeah. Yep.
Brinkley up top.
All around good athlete for this Karns City crew here. It's going to be one of those guys that's missed across the board for the Gremlins.
Ball to Brinkley. It's been passed in. Brinkley, three-pointer on the way. And Brinkley nails that one.
Bryce Brinkley for 3.
3 3-pointers, and it's 57-52, 5-point ball game.
That is a 5-0 spurt to start the quarter for Clarion area.
Bailey's shot, no good. Peters gets it, put back. That's no good. Peters again. Peters shot good that time.
And he's fouled. He's going to the line for a 3-point play, Mike.
And you hear that Karns City student crowd.
Mike, put a star beside this possession at the 5:46 mark of the fourth quarter. Clarion just goes down and makes it a 5-point game. That's a shot Bailey's going to make more often than not. He doesn't get it. Peters misses on a putback as well. Misses on the free throw, too. Great opportunity for Clarion to still only be down by 5. Instead, it's a 7-point game.
Smale kicks it to Simcoe. Simcoe's shot on the right side. No good. Rebound by Peters.
Peters playing with the 3 fouls. He didn't start the quarter. They got him in, a minute or so into this quarter. I like the move from Coach Keppel and Karns City's coaching staff.
Bailey had the ball tipped away. It's going to stay Karns City ball.
That has to put him into double digits on the rebounding end, too, for Peters. Double-double tonight for him.
Bailey's shot. He was going to travel if it didn't go, and that's Simcoe with the rebound. Here's Smale. Dawson Smale. Lauer from the corner. 3-pointer, no good. Rebound by Bartow. 5 minutes to go here in the ball game. Dubrook, fourth quarter here on EYT.
I always wonder late in these games on a bigger floor, looking for the trap. They don't get it.
Bartow, 3-pointer, no good. Ball tipped. Smale's there for the rebound. There's Lauer on the other end, and Lauer, will he go for the jam again? He will. The two-hand jam for Lauer.
And it puts him in double figures after going scoreless until the final seconds of the first half. He now has 11, and he'll get whistled for a foul here. That's his third. Not necessarily a concern unless we see this one make its way to overtime. It's just a 5-point game. We started the quarter, 57-47 lead for Karns City, a 7-2 advantage in quarter 4 for the Bobcats.
Bartow brings it in here to Johnston. Now Peters hands it to Bailey. Down to the corner it goes. Bailey now controls.
Cole Johnston remaining out on the floor for Karns City, the freshman, getting very important minutes right now, late in the fourth quarter.
Bartow Callahan had it tipped away. Callahan gets it back. Bartow down to Peters on the right side. Peters back up top to Bartow. Now to Johnston.
Love the patience from Karns City. 15-foot jumper doesn't do you all that much here.
Oh, just an overpass that time by Bailey, and a foul's going to be called down the right side on Bartow.
Karns City coaching staff pleading for the, stepped on the sideline, give us the basketball back, but the officials right on top of that one and saying, well, he isn't going to step out of bounds if the hand doesn't get on him.
All right, got the media timeout. We'll take a timeout. 5-point lead here for Karns City. Don't go away. Still 3:59 to go in this one, and it is Laurel Athletic Hoops on the EYT Media Network.
One of the biggest risks to your future could be running out of money during a longer than expected retirement. Many people have not yet taken the time to determine if they will have enough assets to last throughout retirement. Our Retirement Income Evaluator can help you develop a roadmap and actionable recommendations. To learn more, stop by our office located at 162 South 2nd Avenue in Clarion. Give us a call at 223-9990 or visit JannyClarion.com. Janney Montgomery Scott, LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIP.
Best of luck to all our area basketball teams from your one-stop car, truck, and SUV dealer, Clarion Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. Visit us on Main Street in Clarion or start online at ClarionAuto.com.
All right, back here at Tippin after our media timeout. 5-point lead. Clarion could cut it down to a one-possession game here. Here's Smale inside. Big shot. No good. Ball tipped. Bailey with the rebound. Here's Bailey pushing it. 3-on-1.
Yep.
And a carry's going to be called on Bailey.
Bailey still pleading his case along with Hobie Bartow. They're both having a conversation over there with the official. It's usually not going to get you anywhere, but trying to get an explanation on that one.
Here's Brinkley. He's been hot here in the second half.
You're usually going to let a lot of that go. It's usually when they see it as being advantageous to you in some way.
Well, that ball was partially blocked when Smale was going up. Simcoe takes it and rejected by Peters, but he gets his fourth foul. Simcoe up to the line to shoot 2.
I was going to say on the last offensive possession for Clarion area, they fed it inside to Derek Smale. And I'm sure the message was, hey, bucket or no bucket, let's get some contact and see if we can get a fourth foul on Peters around the 4-minute mark. They don't get it there, but they get it on the next possession right here.
First shot good, that's big. Northern Pennsylvania Regional College, our free throw sponsor.
Simcoe at 15, 12 of those 15 coming in the first half, 8 of those coming in the second quarter. Now just a 4-point game. Make it 3, make it 3. 36-20 was Karns City's biggest lead of the game late in the second quarter, Mike.
Bailey across the timeline. Callahan. Callahan to the right side. That's Johnston. Johnson up top to Bailey.
Possessions haven't been terrible for Karns City. I mean, the shot selection hasn't been. Maybe a couple times that are questionable, but they haven't been that bad.
Ball dumped into the paint, taken away. There it is. Smale going the other end. Smale coming in. Shot is no good off the front of the rim, and then tipped out of bounds by Kramer. They're going to call the foul on Kramer for the push.
And boy, Karns City, 3 white shirts back waiting for that rebound with no purple around on that one. Just kind of expecting the layup to go in and make this 1-point basketball game. Lauer now with a chance to make it that 1-point game. The first miss is for Lauer. He's at 11 points for the game. Peters on the bench with the 4 fouls for Karns City. You got to start thinking, what's the strategy time-wise for the Gremlins?
Missed both. Simcoe put back, no good. Ball tipped. Foot race for it, and it is Bartow getting it.
Callahan got a piece of that Simcoe shot, misdirected it.
Oh, that ball loose. Fight for it. Kramer. Wow, Bailey saved it.
Everybody in the bleachers on the Clarion side wanted the walk. You can slide as far as you want as long as you don't change your positioning.
Foul going to be called up top, and that will be foul number 5 against Clarion. That's going to send Bailey to the line to shoot 2.
That's one of those calls that you always see fans wanting, and Bailey hustling to the basketball. When you can slide on the floor for as long as your body wants to. But if you're on your hip and you change your positioning from there, that's when the travel is going to get called.
That shot no good.
Bailey scoreless in the fourth quarter for Karns City. Karns City with just 1 bucket in this quarter from Shane Peters.
That shot no good. Rebound Smale. 3-point ball game. 2:30 to go. Here's Simcoe. Out to Dawson Smale. Smale coming around, kicks it out. Brinkley underneath to Derek Smale. Derek Smale going strong. Puts up that shot, no good. Simcoe fights, has it ripped away by Kramer.
Kramer got it low. Clarion up in a full court press.
Kramer skying. Johnston, shot, no good. Rebound by Callahan. Dumped it over, shot, no good again. Who's got the ball? It is Brinkley.
What a sequence of events, and Mike, we're now under 2 minutes to play. Clarion down by just 3 after trailing by 16 in the second quarter.
And we get a timeout taken by Coach Lewis here. It's going to be a 30-second timeout, a minute 46 to go.
Timeout.
And I want to thank Gatesman Heating, Plumbing, and AC for our timeouts. 782-3280. Give them a call.
I have Clarion unofficially with 2 timeouts remaining. Karns City should have all but one of their timeouts remaining in this one. So we could see a lot of strategic timeouts taken in the final minute 46 of this one. What a crazy sequence of events on that last possession there. Looked like Karns City had 2 great opportunities there. I liked the shot selection from the freshman Johnson down there. A couple of putbacks. Good no calls. Great job by the officials to let him play down there. There wasn't any egregious contact that really affected the play down there. I think the best play, though, was Kramer here at midcourt when that ball just got heaved up, and he had the sky for that one. But what a sequence of events. Comes away with the Bobcats having possession, trailing by just 3. What a game, Mike.
Minute 40 on that clock. Here we go. Newbrook fourth quarter here at Tippin Gym. Man-to-man defense here by Karns City.
Best part is the energy is amped up with the red and navy blue of Red Bank and CL coming in.
Ball up top, Simcoe shot of the way, no good. Rebound pulled down by Bartow. And we have a timeout taken by Coach Keppel.
Timeout, Karns City.
See if that's all right, we're going to take a timeout as well. 1:21 to go, 59-56, Karns City leads. Don't go away, folks. Minute 21 to go. It's Laurel Light Clinic Hoops on EYT.
You can afford a gorgeous, custom-designed hardwood Kale's Kitchen for a lot less than you'd pay at a DIY store. Go to FactoryDirectKitchens.net. At Kale's, there are never middleman markups or hidden charges that can add 40%. Go to FactoryDirectKitchens.net. That's FactoryDirectKitchens.net.
Want to cut your cooling costs this summer? With a highly efficient air conditioning system, you can save up to 50% in energy cost while enjoying more consistent temperatures throughout your home. Call Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and AC at 814-226-8695 to schedule a free evaluation of your system and learn how you can move up to a new level of comfort and efficiency this summer.
All right, got a nice shot there. Karns City cheerleaders that time, and it is a 3-point lead for Karns City. Very precarious lead here with a minute 21 to go.
Shane Peters back into the game for Karns City here at a minute 21. Gremlins have the basketball. He has the 4 fouls.
Clarion substitutes here. They're going to bring in Merrill, Miller, and Frederick.
Peters
Gervin as well.
18 points, 12 rebounds, has the double-double tonight. 7 offensive boards. They've been huge.
Here's Bailey. Callahan gives it back to Bailey.
You willing to run time off here, Mike? No reason to force anything. Clarion does have 5 team fouls.
Bartow, baseline, and the pass goes out of bounds.
That possession is the story of this fourth quarter for Karns City. They have been patient. They haven't forced shots. We have a timeout here for Clarion. They haven't been forcing shots, but it's been the passes that were connecting in the first half that gave them a 16-point lead that haven't been connecting here in the fourth quarter.
Well, we'll see if Coach Lewis stays with that lineup, or if he brought those guys up, maybe get those guys on the bench just for a few seconds. We'll see here. It's a 3-point lead for Karns City still. Karns City led at the end to 17-8 at halftime, 32-28. They led by 10 also at the end of the third quarter, but right now it's just a 3-point lead.
2 points in this quarter, and they are both from they're from Shane Peters.
Yep.
1 bucket in this quarter for Karns City. That's a big-time storyline in this one, and that's going to be the lead for this one if Clarion is able to finish off a comeback. They trail by 3, hitting the 1-minute mark.
1 minute remaining in their half.
Lauer up top to Smale. Brinkley. Lauer playing a little bit of weave up top here. Looking for a seam. Smale kicks it out. Brinkley shot on the way. No good. Rebound by Bailey. Now they're going to have to foul. Clarion will have to foul here. Bailey's going to jump that ahead to Callahan. Callahan in the paint to the right side to Peters, and back up top it goes to Ritzert. Ritzert back to Bailey. Bailey is going to be fouled here by Brinkley. They had to foul him there. They need to get that ball back. 26 seconds.
Fouls on number 12, Bryce Brinkley. That's his third.
Shot went up around 50 or so, I think, Mike. I like strategically what Clarion was doing there. Make or miss, you're going to full court press that one. You're going to try for a steal and not necessarily foul at the 45-second mark. Big one from Bailey is good. Makes it a 2-possession game for Karns City. But then, boy, you got to get a foul quickly, and that can be tough to do when you're trying to get back
Substitution for Clarion, number 33,
from a full-court
Bunting
defense. Couple of opportunities there, one for Callahan, one for Peters, that they could have taken a shot. It would not have been a smart shot to take. Good work from Karns City to wait that one out.
Shot on the way there, good too.
First points of the quarter for Bailey. He has 13 in the game.
Here we go, 23 seconds.
Quick bucket if you're Clarion. Doesn't matter, 2 or 3, Mike.
Long shot taken by Smale. It's off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound Simcoe. Simcoe back up top to
now
Smale.
You got to think 3.
Brinkley on the way. The shot, no good. Brinkley gets his own rebound. He'll be fouled by Bailey. That's not a bad foul there
it's
at all.
It's only foul number 4, and that's why it's not a bad foul, Mike.
And it's a non-shooting foul.
So it forces an inbound here for Clarion area. Clarion does still have a timeout left. They won't take it here. Probably going to try to get a quick bucket.
On to Gervin, up top it goes. Long shot on the way by Smale off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound Bartow. Bartow has it stolen by Smale, layup good. With 1 second.
And they should have a full remaining, and they do take that one.
So 3-point lead. All Karns City has to do is get this ball in bounds. So we'll see here, and we'll have to.
Good hustle from Dustin Smale to get that basketball, because Bartow was just looking for open space. He was dribbling around trying to dribble the clock out and finish off this game, punch the ticket to the championship game tomorrow night. Dustin Smale able to get a tip, takes it immediately to the hole. You had to there. Doesn't matter 2 or 3, you got to get a bucket quick. And at this point, it's face guard everybody, and see what you can get and try to get a steal with 1.5 seconds left.
We will see here as Clarion will come out using that final full timeout here.
Foul on the inbound. Foul, grab a hold of the shirt on the way through type of thing. What type of things are you doing strategically there if you're Coach Lewis for Clarion area to try to save as much of that 1.4 seconds as you can?
All right, so here we go. If you're Karns City, I would throw this as far as you can. Yep, that's what exactly they're doing. There it is, buzzer, and that's it. That's the ball game. And 61-58 as Karns City will knock off.
City 61, Clarion 58.
Clarion will take a timeout here. We're going to come back with more for you on the way here in the Clarion County Community Bank postgame show. We'll total things up. 61-58, Karns City a winner. And you are watching Laurel Clinic Hoops on EYT.
What college is seen as and how college works is changing. Students are concerned with debt.
Through scholarships and grants, I didn't pay anything last year. They even paid for my books. You can't beat it. Like, why would I say no to that?
Located at 511 Main Street in Shippenville, All American Awards and Engraving is expanding to provide even better customer service with that personal small town feel. From embroidery to engraving to screen printing to personalized gifts, All American Awards and Engraving is ready to help you make your organization, business, school team, or event stand out with All American Awards and Engraving's quality promotional products. Visit their showroom for apparel, trophy, and awards ideas at 511 Main Street, or visit their website at allamericanhq.com.
Looking for a new Bobcat tractor? Northeastern Equipment Sales and Rentals has inventory on the lot, ready to be loaded up so you can get to work on tough jobs. Check out Bobcat of Clarion at 1214 East Main Street in Clarion.
Zockrell Motor Truck Sales in Clarion is an International Diamond Ed certified service department.
As one of only 276 such shops in all of North America, you can be sure that when your medium or heavy-duty truck needs service, the job will be done correctly at Zockrell Motors. Our work is guaranteed nationwide at any international truck dealer, and our parts and service prices can't be beaten. Our technicians are factory trained and factory certified. Don't trust a shop that just thinks that they can make repairs. Come to Zockrell Motors Diamond Edge Certified Service Department. If it's maintenance you need, click ZockrellMotors.com or call us for a quote on those jobs too. Our prices are great. Best of all, you know the repair is done right and it's guaranteed. Get your truck service work done at Zockrell Motor Truck Sales, 2 miles north of exit 64 Interstate 80 in Clarion.
And welcome back to Tippin Gymnasium. What a great first game. Clarion almost coming right back and getting that upset on the comeback, but Karns City able to hold on 61-58. And we are in the Clarion County Community Bank postgame show. Time for the Red Bank Chevrolet stats. How do they stack up?
Mike, you mentioned it. Karns City had a 36-20 lead in the second quarter. Everything was clicking for them. The passes were connecting. The shots were falling. 36-20 lead late in the second quarter. They led by 10. They led by 10 at the end of the third quarter, and then an 11-4 advantage for Clarion in the fourth quarter is what drew this back into a very tight and exciting semifinal matchup. But let's take a look at those numbers leading the way for Karns City. Shane Peters, 18 points for him. 13 rebounds to go along with those 18 points, including 8 on the offensive glass for Shane Peters. 13 points out of Tate Bailey, 10 points Jacob Callahan, 7 points apiece out of Luke Kramer and Cole Johnson, just a freshman, and some great freshman minutes from him. 6 minutes from Hobie Bartow for the Karns City Gremlins. The Gremlins overall 7 of 11 from the free throw line. Had a 3-pointer from Hobie Bartow, 3 3-pointers from Tate Bailey. Had a 3-ball from Luke Kramer as well, along with Cole Johnson, a 3-pointer in the game too. That's a total of 6 3-pointers for the Karns City Gremlins, totaling 61 points. For Clarion area, leading the way was Gabe Simcoe. He had 12 of his 16 total points in the first half, followed by 11 points out of Bryce Brinkley. Brinkley, 7 of his 11. I'm sorry, stand corrected on that one. That's not correct. He had 15 points, did Brinkley. 11 of those 15 points coming in the second half. 11 points total for Devin Lauer. 9 of those coming in the second half. 8 points for Dawson Smale, 4 points out of Derek Smale, and 2 points from Dante Gervin. A 3-pointer for Devin Lauer, 3 3-pointers in the second half from Bryce Brinkley, a big part of Clarion able to chip away at that lead and get back into it. 4 total 3-point field goals for the Clarion area Bobcats. It was 17-8 at the end of the first quarter, 38-28 at the half, 57-47 at the end of the third quarter. Karns City leading in all of these. 61-58 was our final score in our ball game tonight, Mike.
All right, again, those are the Red Bank Chevrolet stats. Time now for the Hager Paving Player of the Game. It was tough, but I'll tell you what, standing out, the big guy inside for Karns City, and it's going to be the winner here tonight. It is Shane Peters, the winner tonight of our Hager Paving Player of the Game.
Yeah, I already mentioned it, 18 points, 13 rebounds, 8 of those offensive rebounds, and he was a big part of the big lead in the first half. He kept Clarion area, who just seemed to struggle shooting and connecting on shots in the first half. He kept them to one chance, and on the offensive end, Karns City had multiple chance opportunities.
All right, so that's going to wrap up the Clarion County Community Bank postgame show. We're going to wrap up this game. Do want to let all the folks that are watching know we have to end this stream, start another stream for the next game. So you will have to join us on a new stream that'll be coming up. So make sure you do that. So when we go away, join that next stream coming up. Again, final score 61-58. Karns City a winner. They'll play tomorrow night against Red Bank or Clarion Limestone. That's the game coming up. And you're watching Laurel Clinic Hoops KSAC semifinals all here on the EYT Media Network.
Have a great day.